Hey there, this is Ed Herzog, and in this video what I want to do is I want to show you the results of some speed tests that I've done on my website with FastComet as my web host. As I've mentioned in other videos that I've done on FastComet, I switched to them in April of 2019 and I'm absolutely 100% satisfied with them. They've got great uptime, they've got great customer service including live chat, and they've got great speed. And those, in my opinion, are the critical factors that you should look for when you're choosing a web host. Of course, there are other factors you can look into, and of course you have to balance those critical factors with price. Obviously you have to choose a provider that you can afford. My recommendation is always go with the best web hosting that you can afford. For me, FastComet fit in my price range, and again, I'm absolutely 100% satisfied with them. As I'm going to show you, I've been able to achieve speed loading times of 1 second or sometimes less, which I think is something that most people will be very, very happy with. So I'm going to switch my screen in a second to show you some of these results, but I also want to kind of lay a little background here. If you look on the website, look for reviews of not just FastComet, but other hosting services, what you'll often see, they'll do this kind of testing of the speed of web hosts, whether it's FastComet or SiteGround or Bluehost. And what I see in those results, I don't think they're of a lot of value for a couple of reasons. First of all, they're not really using real websites. They've got kind of these very bland, basic websites, maybe like a header and then a little bit of text. They don't, as far as I know, put any sort of caching on them. So it's not really a real world experience, right? You're not getting, you're not seeing what is possible with your own website if you actually go through some optimization. So the results that you're seeing there, in my opinion, aren't really all that helpful. The other thing I've noticed with these tests, and I've looked at them, for a couple different people that do these, is that there's not a lot of consistency among the results. So it makes me wonder what exactly they're doing. I mean, I could show you one website, and again, it doesn't matter, it could be FastComet or SiteGround or Bluehost or anybody else. Show you one site, and they'll have a list of numbers. They often show numbers for a couple of years, like every month for a couple of years, what kind of website speed load time they're getting. And then I'll show you those same numbers, those same months, for somebody else who's doing the testing, for that same host. And those numbers will be very different. And so it's like, what is going on here? What exactly are they doing with these tests? I don't know. And again, it's not a real world test. It's not a test of an actual website. It's like this blank, practically blank website. So it doesn't really, those sort of things don't really help you, in my opinion. Because, what matters is how quickly can a website load, in the real world when you're actually doing best practices and, you've got actual things like a long website with photos and buttons and texts and all these icons, etc. What does that look like? And again, as I just mentioned, I've gotten 1 second or less using FastComet as my host. Now again, I don't want to say that it's all about FastComet because there is a lot that goes into this. And I'm going to do a separate video where I talk about how I got to get, to 1 second or less. Because, there are other things that go into this. But your hosting is kind of the base there. If you don't have good hosting, you're not going to be able to achieve something like what I've been able to achieve. You've got to start with good hosting. And again, I'm satisfied that, based on my experience, that FastComet is a high quality hosting service. So I'm going to switch over my screen. Before I do that, remember, subscribe to my channel. And make sure to hit the notification button. That way you get notifications whenever I release a new video, whether it's on FastComet or Elementor, or I've got some coming up on Opt-in Monster. Perhaps I might actually be doing some on Thrive themes. Got a lot of different tools I'm going to be talking about we're almost at the end of 2019, so I guess end of 2019 into 2020. So do that. Secondly, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That does help. I think it does, help tell people this is a video worth watching, and then YouTube will show it to other people. So let me go ahead and switch my screen here. Okay. Actually, first I just want to show you again. I'm just going to reinforce the uptime here on FastComet. Again, this is one of these people who does some testing on it, and they're showing a 99.93% uptime, which I think is excellent. They're showing 6 hours of outage. I actually sat down with a calculator, and that is so that's 6 hours over a full year. There are 8,760 hours in a year, And so if you divide that through, that's how you get this 99.93%. So, that's really good. They were down for a total of 6 hours over a full year. So, they do, again, have very good uptime. So let me show you, this is my website because I want you to see the website that I'm going to show you these scores for. So again, this is a fully developed website. It's got a variety of pictures. There's a picture there, one, there's a picture of me, two. These photos that come from my blog posts, there's 6 more. There's some more photos there. So it's got a lot of stuff, right? I mean, it's not kind of a short, small page. It's a fully developed home page with footer, header, copyright text, lots of stuff in between. So take a look here. This is what I got yesterday. Now again, when you use something like GTmetrix, you're not always going to get the exact same result. It does vary a little bit, but here I am. This was, I don't know if you can see this, but it says right here, Wednesday, December 4th, and I'm recording this on Thursday, December 5th. This was at 3:07 p.m. and 0.88 seconds. Now I am running a light web page, right? I mean, despite the fact this is pretty long and has a lot going on, it's a light web page. So again, that's why I want to show you in another video how exactly I accomplished, this 0.8 seconds, this light web page, not a lot of requests, 100% on page speed, 98% on Y-slow. So, but again, the hosting is kind of your base. If you don't have a good base, you're not going to be able to get this 0.8 seconds, which I think most people would be happy with. I mean, maybe with a different host you could get 0.7, I don't know, but does that really matter? Once you get down under a second, you're pretty much good to go, right? So that I'm happy with. I'm ecstatic with 0.8 seconds. Now, here I'll just show you, oops, this is not what I wanted to show you. Is it over here? Here we go. So we've got here, this was from, this I did 2 hours ago. I got 1 second. So, again, it varies a little bit, but, 1 second, 0.8 seconds, not really much of a difference. I decided to check out my Contact Me page just out of curiosity. That got 0.9 seconds. That was 13 hours ago. This here is my wife's website, which is also hosted on FastComet. And, this is interesting. Now, I did this a week ago, and it got 1 second. Now, I've done very little to optimize my wife's website. I mean, if you actually look at my wife's website, she's a Spanish teacher. The copyright still says 2018, and here we're almost in 2020. She gets a lot of word-of-mouth referrals, so we don't, really promote her webpage a whole lot. So I'm not really all that concerned about site speed with her website. Sometimes, we have her prices on there, but otherwise, it's not something I've really been concerned about. So I haven't done a lot for it. I haven't done a lot to try to optimize it. So even without any sort of optimization on it, very little, I got 1 second. Now here you're seeing my page from, again, a week ago, 7 days ago. And now this was a little slower because I hadn't, finished some of the optimization stuff. But the other thing you see here, you see the Canadian flag. Now with FastComet, my server is located in Dallas. And so, obviously it's going to be slower when it's further away. So that was another factor that, why it was a little slower. But again, 2 seconds I think most people would be very happy with. If I had tested it closer to Dallas, it would have been a lot faster. And, as I said, I've done some additional optimization since then, which is how I've gotten this lower score. So again, I'm showing you here that, you can achieve very fast load times using FastComet as your web host. I can't guarantee that you can get exactly what I've got because every website is different. But again, this hosting is kind of the base. If you don't have that as your base, you have no possibility of achieving a load time or page speed load time like this. I want to try to show you, we're going to do an experiment here. This may blow up in my face, but I want to show you what this might look in real time. Now, so I'm on an Incognito page, and now I live in Bogota, Colombia. So I got some distance from my web server. So this may not be quite as fast. This may be a little slower, but we'll just take a look and see how quickly this loads. Boom, done. Not bad, right? That was pretty fast. And now that it's cached, oops, I got a pop up there. Now that it's cached, it's going to be even faster. Done. Pretty impressive, right? Done. So that shows you, again, FastComet lives up to its name, in my opinion, right? It is fast. So this is a web host. If you're looking for a hosting service, this is one that I really would recommend that you take a strong look at. It's not, again, the speed is one factor. Again, they've got great uptime. They've got great customer service, live chat, or a ticket system if you prefer that way. And there are some other nice bonuses that they throw in. They'll migrate your websites for free. And actually the other thing I want to mention, which I forgot to mention, what you're seeing here, there's no CDN. I'm not even on the free Cloudflare right now. FastComet does offer that, but this is not using a CDN. I don't even have the free Cloudflare. So this is all FastComet. So that's important to mention. I've got no CDN whatsoever. And so they do, but if you do want to use Cloudflare, they've got the free Cloudflare. They've got other, again, you need to take a look at their different prices, which I've got on my fuller review of FastComet, where I show you the different prices and plans. But I've been absolutely 100% happy with them. I signed a 3-year contract, so I've got at least another 2.5 years with them, and so that's it. That's what I've got to say about this. I hope that this speed test here that I've showed you, again, using a real-world example, helps you in terms of making a decision if FastComet is a web host that you're thinking of going with. So let me switch my camera again. So that's it. If you've got questions or comments about FastComet, about this video, please let me know. I'm always welcome, always happy to help people with any questions you might have. Again, make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button. I've got a lot more videos coming out. Again, I'm not sure if I've got more on FastComet, but because there is a limit to what you can do regarding hosting videos, but I do have more videos coming out on other tools. And again, thumbs up would be great if you can do that. That again helps me in terms of knowing, first of all, that's a quality video, that's something you found value in, and I think it then helps that other people see the video as well. So that's it. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.